Went down here to the river today. Didn't get in or anything. Just got the truck stuck in the parking lot.
Kentucky River filter.
Gotta give a Jetstream a shakedown. This junk ass boat ramp. Truck is stuck.
Truck. Fucking Toyota would pull this trailer.
That Toyota wouldn't have moved in this. What are you talking about? That thing weighs 14 pounds. I guess we'll have to hit it again tomorrow. Backwards registration ass dog. We got YL.
Oh God, Corey's fucking a skid steer up again.
And KY. Oh Lord. Oh boy.
Man, do I got blocked last
Wouldn't be we get.
Oh my God, it's inside.
Hey! Damn. Waiting on tow.
Yeah, I'm hooking.
What are you doing? We gotta get the boat motor out.
Strap motor.
Unhook the strap motor.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Here, grab that side. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
My damn cat strap motor dragging it. Ah, damn, the water's cold. We're not getting in the water.
Is it cold?
Cold as hell.
Man, that water's cold.
Yeah, the
emergency.
stripe one. It's on auto right now. It's on auto. I got this shit set. Damn, watch out.
Damn, watch out. You my way. Alright, I was just making sure I knew where it was. Alright. Here we go. Here, get out here and push me off. Get out here and push me off. Ha ha ha. Oh, it's floating. I ain't gonna lie, we got a little leak in both corners.
Fuck the life jacket.
Where they at?
In the white truck.
Well, shit. We got a little bit of a leakage situation in the corners. I remember there was a problem there that I was having, trying to get that welded out, and I apparently forgot to fix that problem, so we got a little bit of a seepage, but it's not bad. I mean, we got a bilge pump. It'd be all right. Be real good if this John boat gets started. It's in gear, dummy. Kickstart it.
What's that?
Right now, just in front of it.
Well, I made it to the water, didn't make it in, or didn't make it anywhere else. That's all it'll do. Uh-oh. Pull that thing up, that yellow thing.
We got air going in back there.
No, it didn't. It was under vacuum.
Right now, we do.
Out, made it to the water. Floated.
55 PSI.
Got our tootsies wet. Didn't go boating. Failure. 2. At least it made it to the water this time, though. See if we can get her to run.
It's not getting sparked in the slightest bit.
No shit. We've established. Now, let's take a look inside this box. Get my grippers down in here on it. Grip in. All right, so this weekend we've decided that we were going to take the Jetstream out and take on a little shakedown run. Well, we slapped the windshield on, take a gander at that. Them zip ties. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, look, we did a good job, okay? We got it ghetto rigged together because Austin's going on a Florida trip after we've got an off-road ride this weekend. So I just threw it together. I was hoping we'd get it out on the river. Well, first night, I'll roll the clip here. We go and get the daggone truck stuck because I took that truck, Mr. White truck, and I forgot we broke a bolt on that truck when we put a transmission in it, and I never put a front drive shaft back in. So we pulled in down there to Kentucky River after we acquired the Grumman watercraft, And like I said, I'm terrible at videoing, but we should have been videoing when we pulled in there. Because it was pretty pitiful. I mean, we got pulled in there, got stuck on flat ground, never even made it in the water. Today, we've made it in the water. So I rolled that clip there of us stuck at the boat ramp. But today, we've made it in the water. I got my tussies wet. I got wet to here. All right. We found a couple spots in the boat that I knew I had to re-weld, and obviously I forgot because I was having trouble in the corner. It was when I was first learning TIG, but it's no big deal. It's just tiny little seeps. So no big deal there. No harm, no foul. The big harm and the big foul today is, well, we've got a crank nose start condition as soon as we stuck it in the water. And what I just did a quick Google search. Now we're back here at the shop. Thankfully this time we're not an hour from the shop because last night old man had to go an hour from the house to come get me or come get us. And today we had to, obviously we're on a flat deck trailer right now. And, I had to, we just shook it off the trailer. Well, I'm starting to think that there was too much back pressure, coupled with the fact that when I put this motor in, it had blown turbo, that these spark plugs are going to be fouled. After a quick Honda forum search, you know, a forum from 2009 is always going to save your butt. So let's take a look. Hopefully it's just a fouled spark plug. We'll take a look at this Spark-O-Matic. Yup. Oh my God. I didn't even think fouled spark plugs. While we were sitting there cranking, did you, Timmy?
I thought it was going to be something with the fuel pump that we acquired.
Yeah, well, we got a cord. Yeah, oh yeah, on the way to the boat ramp yesterday, we had to acquire a couple AN fittings, and then Austin claims the fuel pump that's over in the floor next to the Chevelle that over there is, he said that fuel pump's bad, but, or it said that it's, oh, you said it was 12 PS, or it needed 12 PSI, and that's the 14 fucking bullshit. That ain't no 14 PSI pump. But yeah, now it's got a Corvette, pump on it. So, we've got that. We've got fuel pressure. No spark. No wonder. Let's take a look at these other ones. Well, Big Dog went out there and pulled the plugs on the other part ski, and look at the state of her. Just look at her. Crikey, mate. Yeah, I'd say it probably is a common issue. So we're going to get 4. They're $20 a piece for some odd reason. See if that fixes it. If they do, we're going to get 4 more. Or 6 or 8 or 12 or 14 or 24. Just give me a case of them. Whole pallet. We'll just have spare plugs. Yes, this is a trick right here that I learned back in my 2-stroke dirt bike days when I didn't have a whole bunch of money to just throw away spark plugs every time I fouled one. And I learned that if you heat this up, and you gotta be careful about it, if you heat this, you heat the end of the plug up nice and evenly, and you get that, you wanna get that porcelain glowing white hot, red to white hot. And once you get it to that point, like that, stir it like that, see it glowing in there. And then you let her cool. And when that cools, it's going to look like a brand new plug. Well, as close as it's going to look to a brand new plug. What that does is it burns off all the carbon deposits, and you want to spray even heat and go and make sure that you're getting down in the plug. And that's going to get you as close to a new clean plug as you're going to get without going and buying a new clean plug. But it does work. Done it several times. You just want to make sure, like on that other one I showed there, where it had a cracked ceramic, you make sure that you don't have a crack in your ceramic, because if that ceramic comes off, or you want to make sure also that this is still firmly soldered, and you want to be careful about melting that solder, or else then you'll lose this or ceramic into the piston, and then you're going to have a real bad day. See how it's heating up right there, Timothy? Can you look? See how it's heating up in that one line? Ceramic's cracked. So that spark plug is going to be no good. It's never going to work again. Garbage. Didn't think I'd be cooking socks with some freaking swim trunks and hay dudes today, but here we are. I'll be barefoot, but my shop's a train wreck. Leave me alone, boys. We're trying to make some action happen out here. See how much fuel this old girl's loaded up with here. Fuel pump's off. See how much it shoots out. Oh, not much. steady. Uh-oh, we got error code, error code, error code. What wrong? What went wrong? No fuel. Ain't got no gas in it. Yeah, it does. All right, boys. We've got function-ish oil spark plugs. Man, having a swim platform up here makes it a lot nicer to get up in there. That regulator's crunk wide open now, but it's only still putting down 50 PSI. We did that at the boat ramp. We've done opened everything up on the harness here, but we're about to, here we go. Fire in the hole. Please start. Pretty please. She's a runner, boys. We'll hit her again tomorrow. Well, I didn't really make it very far, did it? So we've got a start truck, a fouled spark plugs, and what's going to happen third time's charm. I don't know. I'm gonna probably make this freaking epic failure its own video. I really would like to just get the thing completely done, but trying to get this thing out. The real reason I'm trying to get it out on the water right now is because we got a ride this weekend, and Austin's going to be gone for another week. So if we don't take it out this weekend, it'll be like another 2 weeks before it gets to go out, or this week. It'll be another 2 weeks before it goes out. So yeah, I know a lot of this stuff is not completely done, but it is what it is. Leave me alone. I'm working on it. Yeah, so. Well, definitely caused a scene at the boat ramp, though. Everybody seen us pulling in with this thing and was like, what the heck is that? And then we sat there and crunk it for 30 minutes and then and then left. So, go team. And, of course, the groomage. I mean, even the groomage. This is the most reliable watercraft in the whole fleet of Matthew Marine. You guys got to see the rest of them. We really got to do a full marine tour. We've got 7 watercraft, and very few of them run. This one should run. This is supposed to be the nicest one, but it don't even run. The grooming wouldn't even run. Old Johnny Johnson, dry rotted fuel hose, junk. All said, that jumbo don't need nothing. It needs everything. Lord.